Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing another round of declutters. As promised, we are doing my bronzers next. This is probably, or it is actually one of my smallest categories from my makeup collection, but obviously this is still a really large amount of bronzer to have for one person. So this is what we're going to be working through today. This little section right here that's separate, these are the items that were in my everyday makeup drawer. I just didn't want to get them mixed up with what I had, put away. So let's start over here. The first thing, again, this is part of my 2019 project pan. I'm trying to use this up this year. So it's the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer in a like travel or deluxe sample size. I am gonna obviously keep this because I'm still working on finishing this off. And then I have my Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer. I love this bronzer. I think it's a really, really beautiful bronzer. I know they repackaged all of these or all of their bronzers. I don't know if they repackaged the ones in these little cardboard heart things, but anyway, I think it's really beautiful. If it's still available, I would highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite bronzers. I really love it. Definitely keeping that. All right, next I have the Estee Edit. This is their Barest bronzer. This has been in my everyday makeup drawer because I've been kind of on the fence with this one, trying to figure out if I really like it or not, but I actually do really enjoy it. It's really easy to blend out, so it gives you a really nice look. It's a little bit more on the warm side, but it's not too orange on me. So it's not a very cool tone bronzer like some of the other ones that I have that I like for contouring, but it is a very, very nice bronzer, and I like the texture of it, so I will be keeping that. And then the last one that was in my everyday makeup drawer is this NARS Laguna. I think these are called the Sun Washed bronzers. This is a really beautiful bronzer as well. It made it in, I think, my top 5. Did I do a top 5 bronzers? I believe I did. I really love this. It's a really good formula. It's a really beautiful bronzer. It's really great for more fair skin because it is very subtle. This is definitely more of a buildable kind of formula. It's one that doesn't go on super pigmented, but you can kind of build it up and customize your coverage, which is really great for us fair-toned ladies. You don't want to go too heavy with the bronzer, so I think this one's really nice. Definitely keeping that. Okay, so these are all the bronzers that I have in the rest of my collection. So I'm going to start with the easiest ones instead of kind of going in order. I'm just going to start with the things that I know for sure I really want to keep or know for sure I really don't want to keep. So let's do a couple I know I want to keep. I know I love my Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer. This is the Tantastic one. It was limited edition, but they came back with it, and the packaging I think is just slightly different, but this is a fantastic bronzer. I absolutely love it. As well as this Makeup Geek one. This is probably my absolute favorite currently. I think this is such a great bronzer. It's the Sun Kissed bronzer. I absolutely love it. I've almost hit pan on this. I just really like that bronzer a lot. And then I know I love my Butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. I have the one that is just called Bronzer. This one's really great as well, and I'm definitely keeping that. Okay, let's go to a couple real quick that I absolutely know that I want to get rid of. And that first one is this here from Guerlain. This is the Terracotta Mineral Bronzer. My mom actually bought this for me. We found it at, I think, TJ Maxx or Marshall's, I can't remember, but it was really sweet of her to buy it, and I was really excited to try it out, but unfortunately the shade is just all wrong for me. It is the shade dark, so that's the problem, but they only had this shade there. It's just obviously way too dark for me, so unfortunately I can't keep it. I couldn't even really use it. I tried it out and I was like, this is just not going to work no matter how light-handed I am, so unfortunately I do have to let go of that one. And then I also know I want to get rid of this, a more Pacific bronzer. This is called the Color Illuminating Compact. This was just too orange on my skin. If you have a more warm undertone and you're a little deeper than I am, this might work for you, but it just, again, was a color problem for me. It just didn't quite blend right, so that I'm going to have to let go of as well. Another one that just happens to be a little bit too dark is this NYX Matte Bronzer. This is the shade Medium. I think if I got the light shade, it'd probably be okay. And it's not super dark, but it's just a little too dark to pull off, and I find it just a little difficult to work with. And because I have so many bronzers that actually are super easy for me to use, that blend out beautifully, this one I can just let go of. I don't need it. All right, a couple more that I know I love. This Hourglass one, I know I love. This is the Luminous Bronze Light, so I definitely want to keep that one. I love using this one in the summertime because it adds a light glow to the skin as well, and I just think it's so gorgeous, so I will be keeping that. I also love this L'Oreal one. This is the Glam Bronze, and I have the shade light. I think, did they discontinue this, or maybe they repackaged it? I think they repackaged it. This is such a great bronzer. It's got a really nice neutral undertone. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's just like that perfect in between, and the formula is just so creamy and so easy to blend. I love it so much, so definitely keeping that as well. Another one that I really love is this little Fiona Styles one. Unfortunately, they did discontinue this as an individual, but it is still available in a palette. There's like a contouring palette, but it's the shade Aiko. This is the perfect contouring powder. It's very, very cool toned, but it's kind of more on the lighter side, so it doesn't look, you know, crazy like you have a gray stripe on your cheek or anything like that. So I love this. I use it quite a bit, and I will be hanging on to that. Another cool tone bronzer that I love and definitely want to keep in my collection is the Hula bronzer from Benefit. This is just a classic bronzer. I feel like I've talked about this a lot, and a lot of people talk about it, so you guys probably are already aware. It's just a really good formula. It's a great, the color is perfect for my skin tone, and it's just easy to work with, so definitely hanging on to that guy. Okay, another one that I actually need to declutter, unfortunately, is the Smashbox one. This is called the Suntan Matte Bronzer. This bronzer, I actually really, really like it. I like the formula, I like the color. The problem with this is it's just so old, and I have a lot of similar bronzers to this. I think it's time for me to let go of it. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to toss it. It says it has a 24-month shelf life. I know I've had it for years, and when I bought it, I actually got it off Glambot, so it was already used, so it's just time for this to go. I think it's like 6 years old or something like that. I can't remember, but old enough that I know I need to declutter it. All right, I do have some more favorites in here. I have a lot of favorites. This is kind of hard. This Tarte one I love. This is the Park Avenue Princess bronzer. My kids bought this for me during the Kids Buy My Makeup challenge, and I fell in love with it. I love this so much. I'm definitely not going to be able to let go of that. I also really love the formula of this Becca one. This is called the Capri Coast bronzer. This one is also fantastic. I love it. Definitely can't let go of that one. And I love this as well, but this one has been discontinued. You can't unfortunately get it anymore, but I still really love it. I want to use mine up. This is the Algenist Color Correcting Bronzer. I do also have the Color Correcting Powder, which I just hit pan on. That one you can still buy, but they did discontinue this one, which is so sad because it's like the perfect bronzer for your skin tone. It does kind of adjust to your skin tone, and I think it's so beautiful. Definitely keeping that. Sometimes you can find this at TJ Maxx. That's where I found mine, and it was like only like $8. I want to say it was a really good deal. So if you see it there, definitely snatch it up. And then another one that I know I love and I can't let go of is this Laura Mercier one. I just got this not too long ago, and it is so beautiful. It's the Matte Radiance Bronze 02. It's just a matte bronzer. It looks like that. It is a little bit more on the warm side, but not too warm for my skin tone, and I think it is beautiful, so I'm keeping that. All right, let's zoom these, bring these in a bit. Oh, here's another one I know I can't get rid of just because this one is very nostalgic for me. The Bahama Mama, I think I've told the story to you guys a few times. It's pretty beat up. I've had this a long time, but this here and the Hot Mama blush from the Balm are my daughter and I play Makeup Store, and these are her favorite. We actually just played it the other day. We hadn't played it in a long time, and we played it the other day, and she always goes straight for this one and the Hot Mama. So she would get so mad at me if I ever decluttered them, and they just bring back too many memories. Even if I stop using it, I can't let go of it. So this is gonna be staying. Now, these ones are kind of the more harder decisions, I feel like. These are ones that I like, but I need to figure out if I love them and need them. I think this number 7 one is nice. This is the Caramel Bronzer. I think this one's really nice. It's a good drugstore. How much drugstore do I have? Let me see here. Yeah, I only kept like 2 drugstore bronzers. But that's enough. Like if I were to do an all drugstore tutorial or something, I do have something. So I think I can go ahead and let go of this one. That's kind of hard for me because I think it's really nice, but I just don't need it. This MAC one, I actually really love this one. This is from the Wash and Dry collection. It's the Delicates bronzer. It's so beautiful, but it's almost an exact dupe for the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which is a much more affordable option, and this was, you know, limited edition obviously, so it's discontinued. I feel like I don't need it because I have the Physicians Formula one, but I kind of feel like I just want to use it up. That sounds silly though, because I have so much. Am I going to be able to do that? Sorry, just thinking out loud here, you guys. I just don't feel like I'm ready to let go of this one yet. I really do love it, and so I'm not ready to let go of it. Okay, I will keep that one. Sometimes it's hard to do these declutters because you feel like you need to come up with big numbers, but if you're not ready to let go of something, you're just not. So, all right, last few here. So this Bronze Goddess from Estee Lauder, I really do like this one. I have the shade Light. This is really nice as well, so I do want to keep that. Oh, I love this one too. This is hard. This is the Fiji bronzer from Sephora collection. This one's actually really good. They just recently repackaged it again. They repackaged it like they're always repackaging it, but this bronzer is really, really nice color and formula. I do want to hang on to that. Okay, and then I have the Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced, which I really love and want to keep. And I didn't do as good as I wanted, but this Clarins one here, this is really nice. This is called the Limited Edition Powder Soleil Bronzing Compact. This is really nice, but I just use these two shades up here. This one down here is too dark for me, but I swirl my brush on the top here, and I actually really like it, and I like the packaging. I think it's cute, so not ready to let go of that either. Oh, that wasn't as good as I wanted. Okay, let's see what I did. All right, so I was able to get rid of these 5 bronzers today. Again, not big numbers for me this time, but I did get some things out of my collection that I haven't been using or loving, so I do feel good about that. And this was a smaller category, so I had a little less to work with. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this declutter today. Also, did want to let you guys know, next up, I'm going to be decluttering my face product, my face palettes. So all the, you know, blush palettes and highlighter palettes and stuff like that. Since I've already done my blushes and highlighters and now my bronzers, I thought the face palettes next would be perfect. And then I'm not sure from there. So leave me suggestions what you want to see after that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this declutter today. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.